On. Right, okay. And then we go to this. And hello! Hello everyone. This is a different kind of thing for me. Not you may unmute your mic, you mad lad. But yeah, today's just a channel update. Hold on, I need to message you.
Hello.
I'm about to message you. Anyways, I have my trusted snowman cup. This is what my friend bought me because the other one smashed, so... This do you mind this snow cup? No, it's just bought these, alright. But yeah, it's just a general chat, chill, and just general channel update. I won't brag on it too much because don't want to bombard everyone by it. But yeah, I'm gonna have some very good changes to my life, and it's physically and emotionally. So for now, I'm gonna put a couple of games on hold. One's for definite, which I'm not gonna do because I'm not committed enough. Is Dark Souls straight off. As well as I love the game, no, not gonna happen. So I'm gonna put that on hold. I think that's one I know for sure. Because Mondays I'm gonna usually be busy anyways with all stuff. So if you wonder why I'm looking here, this is where I write down my schedule for streaming wise. So actually, I'll show you. Actually, just attack the blue tack. Yeah, I've written it all down. I'm a good boy. I read that. Skylax is well. Rebel Galaxy Outlaw I'm gonna also put on hold. So Mondays and Thursdays I'm gonna probably just if I have time to do a stream, I'll probably do that, but it won't be those type of games. So that's what I'm gonna be changing. What on earth is that wall behind you? Welcome to what wall me and my dad painted quite horribly. It's a dark orange, which I like. But yeah, well, and this is my kind of. Oh yeah, and just announce as well, I will be changing my setup next Tuesday, so that will be this week. It won't, not next week, it'll be the week after I'll be doing that. It's an orange wall prime, and I kinda like it. It brings out posters, which I'm gonna get eventually. Oh, sticky best. No, the poster. Oh, the poster. Well, why didn't you say it's on a wall behind me? Well, it's a wall, what do you think? Oh, it's like robotics. It's like a Fallout meets Doom kind of thing. I kind of bought it like 'cause it looked cool, and well, it did really. Kind of did really, but yes. Also to there, I have not there because I have the solar system. Why? Because I had something to fill the wall with. I have nothing else. Oh, and on my shoulder behind here, that's a sticker for something. No idea what. I have no idea what it is. But yeah. So yeah, so basically this week, anyways, Dark Souls, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw I'm not doing, period, and then multiplayer week, because I know, as well as Arnold says, shout out to him, and he's in the chat, you can say hello, forgot to mention you already.
Hello.
Hello, what's going on, what's the new?
I'm doing some AI testing.
Yeah, Arnold's got me back into more combat.
Back to the battlegrounds.
Oh god. We also found out that one character almost beat Sonia's AI, which is amazing
As a
to hear.
default setting.
On default setting, mind you. I don't
And that has never happened.
No, it's never happened in the game, period, though. And he's still gonna do War Thunder. Yeah, but War Thunder we do on weekends anyways, Brian. Like I said, weekends are there for my streaming. The weekends are not gonna change, period. And that's something I can guarantee, unless work comes up or if they say, hey, get your ass on a job, otherwise I'll kill you. I'm like, okay, I'll find a job. Don't let me, please. But yeah, it's something like if I have to find work, then I can't go. will be complicated. We'll talk about that when and I'll do an update like I do this. And thank you to a big shout out to you, Ardo, for helping me set up this because I would never have figured it out.
No problem, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, what
Took
that
me a
episode I
minute
was
to
gonna
figure it
do,
out
which
when
is
Brian helped
on
me.
which was on Saturdays. Hold on. This is gonna be complicated. Single player week. Usually it's by Dark Souls, by stuff like that. I just hadn't had time to grind Dark Souls mentally. I don't know, just kind of like not prepared for it. It was kind of just Also, explanation on why I was uploading. I just posted last week. I only uploaded on Thursday. The first 2 days I was kind of out of it. I was just kind of not ready to stream it. Plus Wednesday, I was just kind of just life happens. Just nothing excuse for that, but yeah, don't ask me about Los Angeles. I have fucking no idea what it is, but I know it's a place. I think. If I think I know which place it is, I think I know off the top of my head what it is. You see, actually, I'll just look up on my phone. By the way, my awesome phone as I fucked it up really bad. I just ignored it about the phone. So I think Los Angeles. I know it's one of the 50 states of America. Whereabouts in America?
California.
That's helpful. I don't know where that is in America.
And the west side. I don't know what to tell you. It's furthest away from you, technically.
Guess.
Well, I guess I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I'm closer or if Cali's closer to you technically, but I don't know. Depends on which side you're coming from flying wise. Okay?
Images.
How come you never blocked the first round, but now you're blocking?
Dude, what are you on about?
This fight I'm doing, I'm changing stuff around.
It's some city. It just looks like a normal city to me. Yeah.
Now you're destroying her. What?
What's going on?
This battle between them is so weird.
But they're very
first round is
similar.
always because the very first round Sonya seems to dominate. Then all of a sudden, just the second round, Melina gives her a battle. Now that time she lost both out, but.
So I wonder if it's very slow AI learning. Because there's different bits of AI learning.
I don't know. I think it's more of I'm trying to figure out what behavior she's missing right now. Because there's something she's not doing that's allowing Sonya to get in. It's barely, but it is.
What have you beefed up on her?
I made her reversal a little higher to see if she'd block more.
Question.
She does not block.
And I will have to give you this after stream though. What if you were to make her the same build as Sonya?
I could try that, but I have a feeling what is it? So it would be 10, 20, 30. I could try it. See what happens.
I'm pretty sure it's not Sonya's not 30.
Combos,
If I remember the build, it's not 30. I think it's close to 20.
No, I'm looking at it, James. It's 10, 20, 30.
Oh, if it's 30, I don't know. Then try that one.
Well, she wasn't blocking like a 30 either, technically, so I don't know. Each character, I think, certain behavior bars need to be messed with more than others. But I haven't figured out the trend yet. Let me go modify her again.
Yeah, also, over time, this wall behind me, I just want to clarify, will be more awesome and more posters. Yes. I think you can kind of guess what's in this cup.
Well, it's almost done. I got straight up your bed.
It's hot. I just made it. Owie. Yeah, so basically, what I'm going to do is, but welcome to everyone, especially you, Prime. If you wonder why I have this here, it's because this chair's made of metal and there's a metal pole here. So what I do is take this pillow here so I don't actually hurt my knee. But just to go to see what it is, then what you about to, so it'll be next Tuesday you will see this tiny different. And
Let's try that.
Yeah, everything's gonna be good next and just next weekend just cause it's gonna come in July. Because July's gonna be just gonna kill it. And I just want to clarify, I am going to be joining the gym next Monday. For me, because I am going to be losing weight. Because I'm thick boy. I'm thick with fat. I'm not the most healthiest person, and I do my best to get better with that. So everything's all good. But yes, talk to me. Talk to me, Arnold. What are you doing?
Setting this up again and see what happens. Okay, I actually need to see what your Sonya looked like. Was that the right one? Hold on. Either way, I actually think this version's a little more efficient.
Yeah. What are these? Oh, these are my feet. That's what. If you're wondering what these are, don't panic. These are just air freshening feet.
Good job.
Just want to say that. No, well, that went on the floor.
You're doing way better this time. Good job.
Good job. You are.
Last time he let Cetrion beat his ass. You're a rock lady, you like it?
Oh yeah. Well.
Like she destroyed him last time because normally he's not fighting this fight, but he does destroy her pretty hard as much as she destroys him. They are pretty even in battle.
What, Cetrion and who else? Who's he? Spawn?
Shao Kahn fighting her.
Oh, Shao Kahn. Okay.
He won that one.
Okay, that's kind of odd.
I mean, they are both part Elder Gods.
Also,
So.
I would actually show you something because I have absolutely nothing else. Would you know, in the Towers of Bells, would you like to see? Do you know, in the basic of a bell is basically you have a bit in the middle that goes side to side, and when you swing that, it will hit the sides and make a noise like ding or dong. Would you like to see one that Ardo? Would you like to, and to anyone else, would you like to see one that's come out of a full church tower?
Oh, nice.
No. Would you like to see one? I was asking if it's because
Oh,
I have.
yeah, I mean,
Hold on, let me go get it.
I need to pull you up in the background. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Just ignore me. My pants coming down. So my. Oh, get out! I forget how heavy this is.
Hey, where you at?
Hey.
And actually, when I get a chance, this is going to be probably my. You can see where it's
Ooh,
been.
that was a good combo.
If those who don't know what this is, this is actually called the clapper, which is something that's not dirty, which I took dirty when I first know about it. But basically, it's the part that, if you imagine this would be attached to the bell, and you have your bell casting around this. This would go, as you can see where the shiny spots are. This would hit the bell sides, making the noise. And if I get back into painting, this might be one of my first projects I might do.
Friendship? Oh wow.
Ardo, you see what I'm wielding? This does look like a weapon.
I'm pulling you up now. It takes a second for my computer.
Yeah, you can see how it would fit, because you got the actual markings in here. And I bought this for a tenner.
I see that.
Yeah, this is part of the church
thing.
bell, Ardo. This is what is inside the actual bell to make the noise. As you can see, the shine in the bell. Do you see that around there? You can actually feel it as well. It's all rusted because this is part of the old bell. Bought this off second hand. Just want to tell you, it's quite heavy.
Ooh.
And I have this towel around it so it doesn't damage my wall, so that's why I have it over here.
Ooh.
Yeah, to me, just lift it. It's quite heavy. Metallica, but fantastic.
A little early for that, but you know, hey.
That's what she said. That's kind of stuck away.
Ooh.
And I have some on my foot.
She's definitely blocking more.
She might be the one. Ooh, it's interesting. Yeah, just let them run.
It's gonna be hilarious if they have the same build.
Yeah. It was gonna be kind of odd though. They have the same build.
Well, they both have very similar styles. They're both aggressor, grapple combat, or combo attackers. So, I could try to build her for her range side air combo build, which might be better off against Sonya. But
Oh yeah, you ever want to know what this is on next door? It's the cooler. It's not a desk. It's actually a cooler.
Yeah.
Because hold on, let me just move my bottles. And my two empty bottles of drink. It actually is a proper cooler. I would take, yeah. Is that leaking or is that by
I'm
cooler?
gonna drop some rushdown off.
I might need to edit by cooler. There's water at the bottom of it. Yeah, but basically this is what by cooler does. It's a cooler for cool drinks. As there's a wet puddle at the bottom of this, so I'm quite worried. And not to mention that is full. I have another case over here I've got to fill. I have in total about 40 beers I've got to drink, which I'm not doing because I'm cutting down slowly. Actually, and I might actually, I forget, is there co-op in Fallout 4? Oh,
not that I know of.
4,
I think most of them are single player. No, 4, no, I don't think 4 had it. I think only 76 had it, the bad one. Sadly.
I'm pretty sure it did. I mean,
I don't remember. I don't think 4 did. You have to ask Prime. He's been playing it. So.
Prime, if you're still watching, does 4 have multiplayer? Because I can't remember if it did, unless I'm thinking of the other wrong game. I know it had mods you could browse, but I don't know if it had multiplayer or not. I don't think it did, because otherwise I'd just give away all my power suits I find.
Let's try that. Not yet. Hold on. I'll take it out of that if this don't work.
Yes. Arlo's getting me back in Mortal Kombat. Dear God, help us all. Well, especially with this new character he's got, it's... I think Spawn was bad, I don't know. I feel...
No, not yet. You do not know. This is the person I used to play even in the original Mortal Kombats.
I've got to find some... I took a stab at do Cetrion would count Spawn. Somewhat. I don't know about her. I don't know who would.
That depends if I can get her to beat Sonya. She hasn't done it straight up yet.
Do you think Katrina could be...
She hasn't done it yet, though. She has not reliably killed her yet. And it also may be a moveset thing. I may have to give her different moves to actually get around
different abilities and that?
Yeah, because abilities matter a lot, too, I think. When they're fighting certain characters.
Well, yeah, no, it does matter. You know, that's why I gave saying that crushing counters, because counters.
Yeah, but the thing is if you give anything that's going to always wait for her and give moves that are basically based only in like grabs, because counters can't really combo counters don't work on grabs. Which is why technically Shiva and, if built right, Shiva and Jack should easily destroy her in theory.
Yeah.
Same thing with Shao Kahn, in theory. But
Probably Sonya.
I don't know. I like I said, I got bored when trying to figure it out. I don't know what that combination is because there's too many. Like there's legit too many versions or. You know how you have I don't know what the word I guess I don't know what I'm saying. There's too many variants, variables. I could do this AI behavior with these grapple moves, but that may not work. Or this AI behavior with these moves. You know.
You mean presets?
Too many. So.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But, that's why I got tired of trying to figure it out, because Sonya needs a very specific build, clearly, to actually do good against her.
See, I think I got Sonya's for just random guessing. No, I kinda didn't random, I kinda just assumed it was good.
Well, I mean, no matter what she has, it's also a thing about her character, Jim. She is the easiest, much like, this is why Jack's, hypothetically, even though the AI doesn't use his combos, it spams too much for some reason, which I hate that it does that. It's something about that other than Jack, she is literally the easiest character to start with in the game. Sonya, even for regular actual players who aren't AI, are gonna do majority of those, not the longer combos, but the ones she does at the beginning where she opens you up. Most players are gonna know how to do those. So the AI, unless you rob it of all of its combo stat, like completely down to 0, it's always gonna do some pretty decently long combos with her, because it's just how her character's built. Because it's made for people who are getting into the game and trying not to, like, to have someone who's a timing master, like Rain. Like I talked about Rain earlier.
Yeah.
Rain requires ultimate timing. Right. And he didn't do good against Sonya either because he's a timing character. She ruins timing characters. Anyone who has to take a lot of setup, she's gonna rip them apart.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, try fight fire with fire, I say.
well, we tried that. It's like, even when I'm doing Sonya, I have to have the exact clone. Meaning I have to have 10, 20, 30 with your exact moves.
Yeah.
Any other combo I give her or move, will actually, change it. And she won't be as effective as yours. Yours is the quintessential, like, what someone starts doing when they actually start getting good with Sonya, and it's not, they're not playing her just because she's a starter character, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what it looks like after that. Because that's usually the version most people go to for skilled Sonya.
Oh no, you could be a bit upset.
What's up?
Do you know the crate you get from the free battle pass?
Nothing I know of.
Oh, I thought you didn't. No, well, yeah, what crate? What happened?
You know your crates you get through the free battle pass with Water Warships?
Let me guess, he got a ship.
He got the Arizona.
That's not bad. I don't know, for some reason you and Temking even both got a ship in the first couple of rolls. What
Well,
level
being
was the
Prime,
battle pass?
Prime also got one as well.
Yeah, I know. What level in the battle pass is he?
I'd have to I'm gonna have to actually ask him. We've all, I've had Prime Call show us now. I've had you had a meltdown, and I'm having a meltdown.
Oh, well, that was actually a pretty good combo, but you missed it.
Good combos tend to happen if you miss them.
Oh, that was a good one.
See, I would have spectated this to see what happens, but I can't.
Doesn't block enough. Even though the reversal's almost matching Sonya's now. I've been changing things other places, because it's a different style of character. I think it might be moves. She's trying to set up too much is what I think it is. Oh, brutality. Ouch.
What'd you do this time?
You know that combo punch she does where it's an actual full combo, but you do back down triangle or something like that?
Yeah.
She ended with that move, and if you end with that move and do something with it, the last punch punches the person's head off.
Ooh. That actually sounds nice.
But because Shao Kahn won, I actually get to see Spawn fight Jade.
Jade.
Yeah, because that's your original team setup is Jade's your last one.
No way, Jade lost.
Oh, there you go. That's the combo I want to see. Level 12. Wow, yeah, it's the second box. Yep.
Yeah.
That's weird. Spawn's doing bad.
That's not like Spawn.
I mean, he's doing decent for who he is. Like, even bad,
No,
he's still
he should be
ruining our health
destroying.
bar. But he should be... I mean, Jade's pretty good of a character, too. But I think because I built him so specifically to fight... Okay, got her. He brought it back. I think because I built him so specifically to fight Sonya, he has a hard time
Interesting.
with other characters. That time he opened up strong.
Yeah, that's the Spawn I know.
Oh yeah, okay, now he's like, wait a minute. Who am I again? Oh, right.
It's just so amazing. Yeah,
Good
so
try. She actually blocked that. Your Kate's not doing too bad.
yeah, she puts up a 5.
Ooh, that was the combo I do. He legit just
Which one,
hit
the
one of my
machine gun
combos.
one, the core one, or
No,
which
the one
one?
where I juggle you with my cape and then eventually steal your soul and enhance and burn you.
Oh, that one. Yay, that's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, he got her.
Yeah.
Damn! Okay, no, he came back at the end.
I don't know what I would replace Dark Souls with. I don't know. What? I guess Dreadnought. Would be a good
Wait, replace what with? What'd you say?
No, I told them I might replace Dark Souls with Dreadnought if I ever do a stream Mondays, and then for Thursdays if I ever do one.
Why are you changing your schedule that much? Or because you're gonna be doing other stuff, right? Or
Yeah, that's why I'm saying no. If I were to stream on those days, it's just clarify. Yeah, if I were to, I'm not gonna say I'm not definitely streaming on these days, but if I get chance to, these are the games I would do instead of the other games.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So if I were to stream, if I were to stream on Mondays, on single player week, it wouldn't be Dark Souls. It would most likely be Dreadnought. So it's a good game. Not many people play it. Then for Thursdays, so Rebel Galaxy. What would I actually play? Yo, what's up, Jason? Jumping like your stream, bro. Oh, thank you, man. I'm just, yeah. If you hear Jason, I'm kind of coming back with my YouTube a bit because I got a lot of live stuff I want to do and kind of do it and just kind of proceed forward. I will always do YouTube, but it's just a part-time thing now, not full-time thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm gonna have to be doing because I'm gonna be trying to get a part-time side job. We can make a little bit of money. Not much, but a little bit.
Yeah. Bit by bit. I'm just trying to think now. What would I replace Thursdays with if I were to do one stream on Thursdays? I thought. I don't know. Actually, I'll have a look at my cupboard actually. This cupboard here, because it's filled with games and shit. By the way, these. I dropped one. These are amazing. I like these. These are amazing.
Huh?
Yeah.
This is my fun.
Yeah. Bro, I'm on Twitch now, on YouTube. And YouTube, more on Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is easier if you want to grow your channel and be bigger quicker. YouTube's better for the longer run.
Yeah, they have more restrictions. It's easier to get in trouble.
Yeah, it's easier to get in trouble in YouTube than it is Twitch.
Like, there's less playroom, but it's weird, and this is something me and Prime are also discussing. Like, it's still kind of tomato at the end of the day, because the difference between YouTube and Twitch is YouTube is more consistent once you get going.
Yeah.
But Twitch is easier to get started on, but not consistent as much. Unless you have a bunch of people who are constantly rating you and know your channel and have yours set up to help you and donate, what do you call them? Subscribers or whatever, followers or whatever they say on Twitch.
I have Tom Clancy's The Division. I never opened this. Why did I never open this?
But they both require a bit of luck and a lot of commitment. luck more. The more commitment for the Twitch side than luck. But like I said, at the end, there comes a certain point in time where it's like, if you don't become something super different than everyone else, you'll hit a stagnant wall that you literally cannot get past. Unlike YouTube.
Yeah. I just realised I had Tom Clancy's The Division.
Huh?
I never opened it, period.
I keep thinking I hear you in memory.
I wish that, well, I did like my single player shooter games.
Your Cetrion starting to lose, like, regularly to Shao Kahn now.
Who? Cetrion? Yeah.
Yeah, she's starting to lose regularly to Shao Kahn now.
She wasn't meant to fight Shao Kahn.
Yeah, but she has enough, but the ability she's using on him, she has killed him before. She beat him the first time I did this. He didn't win. But now the last two matches he's won.
Yeah,
the last two major fights.
I'm gonna try and get this tag off this disc without breaking it.
On Twitch I have 162 followers. Nice, that's not bad.
That's
not
bad.
Good start.
That's
not bad at all. That's a good start. Because like I said, it's easier to get a lot on there. It's just once you get to a certain point, it's maintaining and keeping constant flow of actual views and the followers contributing and all that.
It is.
Because you get paid purely by your followers on Twitch.
Yeah, I don't
Whereas
know how.
on YouTube
Prime
they
don't
have
know about
the monetization plus the followers.
that. But damn headset.
But it takes way longer.
Yeah. So yeah, just found out I have Tom Clancy's The Division. That's nice to know.
Ooh, I don't know how to stop Sonya from doing that. That's what's getting... I know what's killing Melina, and I gotta figure out how to get Melina to stop running into that. It's not what normally kills everyone else, though, which is ironic.
I might go back to a series I didn't complete or never finished. But it does take up a while, but it's still a good game nevertheless.
Well, that one's bad. She didn't win this one at all. That one was bad.
But welcome. James, who's that that's talking? Oh, that's my good friend Ardot. Basically, Jason, since me and other friend Ozzy, I basically had no one to guide me. Well, not guide, but no one to kind of like chill with and cope wise. Because I enjoyed that thing with me and Ozzy had. By the way, Ardot, if you want to know about, me and Jason met through this other YouTuber, which totally awesome lad, totally bonkers. I liked him. He had Vegemite
nice.
on his stream. Kind of disgusting, and I don't want to taste that. Yeah, but he got established on YouTube, and now he's doing all right for himself. But yeah, basically, Jason, this is my good friend Arno. I met a year or two ago, and basically been friends ever since. So basically, it was me. If you may have catched him in my other streams, if you ever talked to him, but it's a good friend, and it's just stuck by me. So yeah, I'm gonna come back to the. I know I'm gonna replace Thursdays. If I ever do one, it's debatable if this is easier or harder than Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. But I'll bring it back nonetheless, and I'm not gonna say what it is. But I am gonna put GTA away in place of that. Yes, have you played GTA 5? Absolutely not. Got bored of it, never played it. With friends, it's more bearable with friends. Because at the beginning, it's nice and good, but I got to that point where I've like, oh, got everything I want. I don't know what I need to do. What is there to do? Yo,
it's
get
the
money.
Same thing with Dreadnought. You really get burnt out on it really fast unless you're playing with friends.
Yeah, I think friends kept me on that game interested longer than I ever should do. But I just kind of stopped playing it, to be fair. I don't think I've deleted it yet, because I really want you to play it, Ardot. That's the damn thing.
Yeah, it's sad because we didn't know each other when I used to play that game a lot. I never really played multiplayer, but
yeah,
I would have had someone to play with, but I didn't know people who played GTA back then, so I just did the story.
Yeah, the story was brilliant. I will say, when I first ever played GTA Online back in 2013, fantastic, brilliant thing. And then Rockstar decides to make questionable choices like fixed the broken gate glitch, which basically was just a car flying from one side of the map to the other. Loved it. They fixed that, weirdly enough. But they didn't fix the people that were hacking the game to give us money until later on. I'm like, hackers are not that much interested, to be fair. I have 17 million on GTA 5. That's nice. I don't think I have that much, to be fair. I think any bit I would spend, I think a good quarter of it goes to my guns. If I say I have I think a quarter of it goes to my ammo alone. Another quarter would be spent upgrading, or if I haven't bought those already, it'd be probably spent to upgrade a car. Because I did get the retro custom recently and the Rumper, the 4x4 van, where it was. So yeah, everything's just, I've just kind of just gone off it, to be fair. But yeah, that's it. Oh, that's how it's been, to be fair. Now. Come on. Come on. Oh, well. I can't wait to GTA 6. GTA 6 is a mixed bag. People said they want to see it. I personally don't think it's ever going to come, period.
Yeah, GTA, I mean, not even though it's not really a thing anymore, really, officially. I mean, I don't think they should. Because I feel like at this point, they've done so much damage by staying so long on 5, unlike the other GTAs before it, that it's actually hurting its own franchise.
Yeah, I think what they're gonna do is, let's say theoretically it's gonna come out. It's not gonna be as.
I don't think it's gonna sell.
Would it be as popular
did.
as GTA 5? Possibly. Will we make as much money? No, it won't.
I don't think it would, because
I think we're in the first week of GTA releasing. I remember, I think it sold 150 million copies worldwide. It's still one of the top 5 to 10 games to play.
Yeah, but it's also about keeping that flow.
Yeah,
no one trading the game back in. Here's the thing that GTA 5 didn't have to worry about that GTA 6 will have to worry about. GTA 4 wasn't that great, no offense. 5 is bloody amazing and one of the best ones in existence. Actually probably is the best one at this point, even compared to San Andreas.
Yeah.
It's the same city, technically. But, so at this point, 6 will have to compete with, if it don't live up at all within the first week of what GTA 5 did at all, it's going to be traded in and they're going to lose money.
Yeah, pretty much. And
they'll just go back to GTA 5.
Yeah, and you know the sad thing about this? They make most of their money off shark cards and sales. And I know why they're doing that. Basically, if you're a new player playing GTA Online, you'll get about 10 calls to 10 different people, force you to buy these things. They won't shut up until you buy these properties, right? I know there's one for Arena Wars, one for Hangar where you do import drugs and stuff for Ron. There's one you buy for the maze back towers and office for CEOs by it worse.
GTA 6 this year? I haven't heard anything about that.
I think that's someone's lied to you on. I think that's false information.
Yeah, I don't think that's true because there hasn't been any trailers for it, and everything that's on the internet is actually fake and it's from GTA 5 from the PS5. Yeah, because people forget GTA 5 got moved to the PS5, and I think that's what people are confusing it with. There is no GTA 6.
I don't think we see GTA 6 to the PS7. I think or maybe PlayStation 6 at most. Because I want to point something out. In the 10 years Rockstar's done games, there's been 5 GTAs. There's been 5 GTAs for 5 different platforms. There's only been one GTA throughout 5 years on one platform.
She's not doing good at all now.
I think this one's like, where's it from now? Like 2012, something like 1996 or something like that, when Rockstar first ever made the first GTA. That until 2012, there's been 5 different GTAs within 5 years. And this is
Yeah.
what YouTubers I've watched by now. In the same 5 years, there's only been one game for 5 generations of PlayStation, GTA 5.
Yeah.
And it came
I
down
also
to
wanna-
how it worked business-wise.
Which
It's sad, but if they're gonna release it, well, they've got to have to fight their own fight. They're gonna have to kill their own game to kind of make that game better.
Well, also, the reason why I point out there is no GTA 6 this year, and if there is, that definitely ain't beating GTA 5. If it was announced at E3 and I missed it, that's my bad. But I also want to point out, if it's announced at E3 and it's coming out this year, that game is gonna be garbage compared to 5.
Yeah.
That game is going to be a flop right onto its face, on a cyberpunk level.
I just want to point some out. What does GTA 5 mods have that will GTA 5 have? Or
Well,
GTA
that's
6?
also the thing about it. Like I said, well, at first it was mods, but it's like now, like I said, GTA 5 has ray tracing and all the updated graphics on PS5.
Yeah.
And that's what I think people are seeing and getting misconstrued. Because I have not seen yet, unless one showed up at this E3, no official trailer for any other GTA. Like, none.
I just want to point out the PC GTA 5 is an absolute monster. Because once you got your mods, you got 5M servers, which they're like dedicated servers to own their own digital thing within the game itself. So you say you got a game and you want to do drifting and stuff, there'll be a server for dedicated drifting and stuff like that, which it has, by the way. And so I'm just trying to think, what would GTA 6 have that GTA 5 doesn't have? If you put all the mods as standard, that's great. What does not the server have? The 5M servers have that it won't.
Yeah, and that's their biggest hurdle. What legit could you do that they don't have? Sure, you can improve mechanics, but you know how expensive it's going to be to rebuild a better GTA 5?
Well, here's the thing that people, and I heard this argument amongst GTA 5 is, when GTA 5 first came out, the AI wasn't great, but it was really good at the time. When they updated it for the PS4, the traffic was horrible, and it came out.
It was. It ran into everything. I remember.
Yeah, and I know why that is. It turns out it was something they coded the AI to do certain things under certain properties.
So
You
meaning
import an export vehicle,
personalities.
when you import a high-end vehicle to go take back to your store to obviously upgrade it and sell it, the AI would crash onto you deliberate, so your repair costs would be higher, therefore you need to spend more money. If you're out of money, you have to buy shortcuts.
That's cheap. That's cheap. I don't like that.
That's how they do it. Just by coding the AI to do something different, to make the AI worse, they'd make more money. Because it came back down as like, yeah, this does this, then it does this, then you do this, then we make money.
That's kind of sad, not gonna lie.
It's hard. That's why I never do import-export missions. Period. The AI is programmed to hit your vehicle or try to. Because there was one video that explained it. There was 3 AI cars. Because usually what the AI would do is drive on the side of the road, like a normal person.
And unless you're gonna explain that's like rival gangs trying to get you or
I've
actually
witnessed
make them
this
things you can take
these
out.
Cars.
Oh no.
I've witnessed some of these cars randomly would do a U-turn. You know, in the path of the player. If
Yeah,
one
and see,
would
in
miss,
that part, I don't, as a programmer, I don't like that. Because, like I said,
It's
that
annoying.
breaks immersion to me. That's not, and realistically, unless that's another gang member trying to stop the import-export mission, there's no reason that AI should do that.
Would you like to know what the funny thing is? The gang exports that do drive and shoot after you drive better than the AI. Because they're not trying. The ones that try to crash and deliberately are trying to ruin your car don't work. The ones that don't will.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the civilians are more dangerous than the actual gang members. Yeah,
Yeah.
I noticed that. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's bad programming design.
It is.
Because it also breaks the player's immersion on, you're a gang member trying to steal this car from our gang, and somehow the civilians are just turning in front of you for no reason when they're not a part of the gang and they're not established that way in the story.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, and you're about to say something. I do constantly. My headset died because apparently it didn't charge. It's the thing. Yeah, the thing is plugged in. There you go, my headset's charged. Now I have a headset that's wired.
Let's try that setup. Oop,
Alright. Oh, there goes my ace. Yeah. So
but yeah. Huh? What's up? Sorry.
I think it would GTA 6 could happen, but it won't be as successful as it is. Would it? Would it exist?
If they take their time with it, could be. But if it's coming out this year, it won't be.
No. I think if they really take the time with it, it could be a better game than GTA 5 alone. But in case of, it's like, Rockstar's not going to think about that. It's like, just to take this money, yes, how fast? That's not fast enough.
Well, in general, that's how a lot of companies keep screwing up their whole franchise.
Yeah.
What's up?
This just not in the room on this little table because this is going
Put it over here then.
Sit over here. It's going to
Put it over here behind the computer screen then. I mean, you have to walk for it, but making a mess today. But yeah, no, they would have to take a few years to develop 6. Like, and I mean a few years. And no one doing anything for 5. Like GTA 5?
Yeah. Which is not going to happen because there's
which is not going to happen. Yeah, they're making too much money off of 5. Why would they do that?
GTA 5, there's another update coming to GTA 5 as well. And also, if they're going to make GTA 6, try and make it somewhere that's not, because we've always speculated that we want somewhere new. We don't want the same kind of area. It's always been, the past 5 GTAs have always been in America, just different states of it.
Well, they've never made any new places, but that would be even more.
Yeah, because 5 and we found out 5 and San Andreas are basically in the same location.
They are, and 4 and 2. I can't. 3? No, 3. I think 4 and 3 are the same. No, wait. 3 is San Andreas. I gotta get my Grand Theft Autos right.
No, GTA
so
3
Vice
would just be called
City,
GTA
so
3.
Liberty City's the first Grand Theft Auto, right?
The very...
I think that's GTA 1. There's also GTA 4.
There's GTA 1, 2, 3, Vice City, San Andreas...
So it's original
Liberty
3 then. Then it's original 3 then, probably. Before Vice City and San Andreas. Because I thought Grand Theft Auto 2 was Vice City, but I guess not. It's been a while. But, because it's been a while since I played any of the originals. But either way, you have 2 that's been in Liberty City and 2 that's been in San Andreas, 1 in Vice City. I feel like Vice City needs another one.
Yeah.
Which is basically Miami, Florida.
Basically.
But every other city's had 2 games now except that one.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Vice City was the most funnest because it was on the coast.
It was. That's probably the one I enjoyed the most, even though it was weird. It had because of the timeline it took place in. You basically felt like you were playing Scarface.
Yeah. Also, I know what his weakness is. Water.
Right. I mean, he's a Florida man. I don't know why that, but not technically. According to GTA terms, that is Florida. So.
Interesting.
Because Liberty City is basically New York. San Andreas is LA.
Yeah. Yeah, so then you got, Vice City is Miami.
Yeah.
Are they really just trying to make all the states in America?
I mean, they've only ever had the 3 cities. Unless they decide to make one for Chicago, that'd be different. But once again, no matter what they do, the amount of commitment that's going to be required, I don't think they're going to give. I really don't.
If they want to make a GTA really successful, make it like a multi-state. base it off the crew. The map of it, the entire thing is based in America. Well, most of it, anyways.
Yeah, it basically is. That's what I'm saying. There is one major city they have never done, which is Chicago. Which, you know, I'm not against that. Like I said, that'd be cool to have a new city introduced. If you're not going to give Vice City its own double game now, since all of them have had two now.
I'd say
But-
they should, if GTA 6 want to be as successful as GTA 5, they should base it off the map The Crew, because their map is really massive. I think it's like one of the biggest.
Well, any of the cities could be bigger, because remember, they were born before the engine was made, most of the cities. The only city that now has a full, fleshed-out region is San Andreas. That city and outside region is huge.
Yeah.
So, but they could do this with all of them. They could redo Liberty City, make it bigger and better, like a full New York. Like a literal, legit full New York.
And I have seen this in person, where they've connected all of the entire GTA games, all of their maps into one, and it looked fantastic.
Even though that would be regionally impossible, but yeah.
I mean,
it would look cool, but that technically,
I mean,
if we're going by their in America hashtag in this universe,
would it
that
be
would not be
impossible? In the sense of it would.
Yeah. Kang came down and ripped out all those cities and put them in a snow globe.
But wouldn't you think that would be just quite amazing? You've got kind of like the borough cities, you've got the city areas, you've got the East Coast, West Coast, you've got stuff like that, you've got everywhere to explore.
But,
wouldn't that just be amazing though? Just have all the GTAs
I mean,
connected.
it would be a cool, like, weird crossover game. Like, if they wanted to go, like, a weird, not like too fantasy, but like a weird fantasy crossover where somehow all the different cities ended up next to each other. So now you get to see a bunch of the main famous characters that haven't already come to San Andreas, technically, because of 5. Because that's another thing. They've started including other main characters from previous GTAs in 5, making it even harder to do anything.
Yeah, also,
So-
just want to point out, GTA 4, the map of it, I think they only did one part of the island, I think.
Yeah, no, they only did one part. Or it wanted a shrunk down major part and a small second one.
Yeah,
But
in
if
GTA
you- but-
5, alongside GTA 5's map.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. But, like I said, for a crossover map. But I want to see, like, I wouldn't mind seeing, unless they decide to do a new city, which might be their best option in this case. Unless they wanted to do a new city, I wouldn't mind seeing a full San Andreas-sized version of Miami, which is Vice City. A full New York-sized version, like full New York and its little outer region, and it's on the land side of it, fleshed out as well for Liberty City.
And do you know what I think they should do? Why not make it because people like to say they like to see bits of it in England, some bits of Tokyo, some bits of the world.
That's good too. And like I said, any new city would be better, whether it's America or not. That's their best bet.
As much
Otherwise,
as
they're screwed up.
I don't want to say England because it's a bit off. I don't know.
I mean, I guess this is gonna be a weird question, but you don't live in the city probably, so how much do y'all use your cars?
We use them quite
Like-
often.
So it would be okay. It would make sense because here's the funny thing about a GTA that people forget is that at the end of the day, even though 5 kind of made it more about bank heists as well, it says it in the name. And this is something I think GTA has forgotten. And maybe if they want to make this game better, maybe want to, if it is a new city, revisit roots a little bit and kind of keep a bunch of the same mechanics. Make it very in-depth world, just like 5. But kind of, story-wise at least, go back to basics and kind of remember who you are. The game is called, let's remember what GTA stands for, Grand Theft Auto. So the last name insinuates theft of cars.
Mm.
And no offense to Fast and Furious, GTA could make a better Fast and Furious game than Fast and Furious.
How about
They
this?
just have to.
Why not
Now,
base it in Tokyo
Huh?
or in Japan?
I mean, that's a good place too. Like I said, Britain or Germany, Britain.
Germany would be also a good place because they have an
Because,
autobahn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, anywhere where cars are really prominent and really like sports cars, muscle cars, like supercars,
Supercars will be
Bugatti.
Italy. So actually,
Yeah,
I'm just thinking of
Italy.
something now. With all these places we said apart from mine are all
Yeah,
part of
yours has them
Europe.
too. Yours has them too. Everywhere has their own. It would just be different strokes for different folks. Literally. You'd
Why
be
not
stealing
base it in
different
Europe?
types of vehicles.
Like the entire Europe.
That one,
Think
that's
about it,
too
because
big.
you got bits of import and export, you got a bit of hypercars, a bit of supercars.
Yeah, but you can't do that all in one game, James. It's all of Europe. It has to be a city, a region/city. So, which still will be a fake version of that place. But either way, like I said, there's a bunch of things they could do that would make this work. But I feel like no matter what we say, at the end of the day, the biggest thing they would have to do to make six successful and stay successful, because it's not the initial sales is what's going to make it successful. Maybe that'll get money for the GTA developers, which will be pretty crummy, but because they'll turn them, but then no one will trust them afterwards, so it won't matter. So it's if they want their GTA to maintain in the future and stay GTA. I'm gonna try that. If they want GTA to stay GTA and be the franchise it was known to be and then it grew up to be, they're gonna have to let go of 5. Because they're gonna have to wholeheartedly put their time and effort into 6 for it to even try to remotely even to be close to 5. Because that's the danger of that's why I don't like when games go on for too long, because it's the Fortnite syndrome. You get locked in this. Except this game is good. GTA 5 is amazing, but it's still the Fortnite syndrome, irregardless. Even if this game is amazing and the other one is trash that's being compared to.
Yeah.
But it's still that syndrome of keep doing the same thing in the same game, making endless money at the expense of other players. Once again, one game is more worth it than the other by a long shot, but it's still the same thing at the end of the day. You're still using something to your advantage that you're comfortable in. Remember how we've been talking about comfort lately, getting stuck in a comfort zone. And you ruin your company doing that, because this is something the rich side doesn't have to worry about. Like the CEOs, they don't have to worry about this unless they have to file bankruptcy or end up going bankrupt themselves in the process, which usually doesn't happen. This only affects the employees, what I'm about to say. The issue with this is, in this business strategy model that's been happening in video gaming, is the higher-ups and the owners of the company are going to make what they're going to make until that company crashes. The employees, however, will suffer entirely as it continues to get worse.
Yeah.
So, because they don't make their money off of the initial pre-orders
I think
right
I
out
found
the gate.
the perfect game, perfect race game. If these two people make 2 games combined together, Forza Horizon and The Crew. If they were to merge to make one massive racing game,
I can see
it would
that.
be. Think about it. The Crew's got basically the general map of America pretty well, I'd say.
That reminds me, did you hear that what is that other game that was GTA's competitor way back in the day? Did you hear they're trying to, or I don't know if they did or they're gonna still, but they were remaking It's the Driver, I think it was called?
Transporter? Driver?
No, not the Transporter. That's a movie, James. It was called The Drivers. It was a game that was just like GTA back in the day, but it was only about getting in and out of cars. Like, you didn't do anything else. You couldn't get guns and stuff. It was about driving and taking cars and driving them and driving people to places or stealing cars.
I know a game like that. It's called Crazy Taxi.
That's different. That's only transport. But this game was all of that put together, just like GTA, minus the guns. There were no guns. It was always jobs that you did.
I know something better than that.
But, and then there's the other one, the obvious competitor who died a long time ago, Saints Row.
See, this is what I also, the same YouTuber says this, GTA is heading down the path of being Saints Row. If you actually think and look at it, it literally is going down Saints Row. Anyway, what did Saints Row have? They hold this wacky, crazy stuff out that made no sense, right? Let's see what GTA.
As the time went on, it became more unhinged. Yeah, but that's only for the multiplayer. It doesn't have a legit lore to it, though. That's the difference, that the threshold they have yet to cross. That's what's keeping them safe from what happened to Saints Row at the moment. Saints Row made it a part of their canon lore. Like, Saints Row started off as GTA, a more, not goofy, but a more slightly over-the-top version of what GTA was. But it still maintained what it was. But as the games went on, 3 was the last okay one. And even then, that one pushes the limits.
Yeah, people didn't really like 3 for some reason.
It was okay. I don't dislike it like people do, but I'm not gonna lie, compared to 2 and 1, it is definitely not a good game.
See, I played 4 after that and Get Out of Hell.
And those, in their own right, if you're okay with being a slapstick comedy game, are good, but once again, that's what destroyed Saints Row, was 4 and Get Out of Hell. Because they just completely left everything they had behind, went completely into fantasy and sci-fi and just decided, who cares if this was a gang game? Now he's the president and aliens blew up the planet and put us in a simulation. Oh, and in this next game, your right-hand man is going to go to hell and in one of the endings marry his daughter and become leader of hell and Satan himself. But I'm like,
yeah, and start your because the 4 endings was you become king of hell, you recreate the saints, you put all the saints on a different planet, and you bring Sean back from the dead to marry her. Yeah,
and the ironic thing about this is the canon ending is bringing the saints back and restoring them, because there is a weird hint to that in Saints Row 4 if you get the proper ending. When it shows them traveling through time and how they got there, there's a gap that doesn't seem right. So what might have happened is that's when Get Out of Hell happened.
Yeah, the timeline for it is weird.
It really is. That's what I'm saying. But that being said, just saying that alone is why that series died.
Because it went. Hold on. It goes 1, 2. It goes 3, Get Out of Hell 4.
Well, no, not from what I know, unless what the rumors I heard were true.
If you were to go canon lore, and it would Jordan reruns the Saints and that.
Well, if it's canon lore, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, Get Out of Hell, and then the one that never got made. 5 was supposed to be after Get Out of Hell. Yeah, because
there was that weird thing, I can't remember what it was called, but there was like a shooter with the Saints in it, and I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, that was an alternate reality. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called either.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
But that was an alternate reality.
I remember saying, I said the Saints, and I'm like, no.
I actually think that's what got replaced. It was originally it was going to be Saints Row 5 after Get Out of Hell. So the assumption is that Get Out of Hell made that universe when he restored the Saints. That he created that shooter alternate reality because now everything was different because they were interjected somewhere else in time.
So by the way, hello Farseer! Welcome. If you don't know what's up...
what's up, Farseer?
Yeah, I'm just talking to Anna. We're just talking about GTA and old Saints Row and what's going on. We're just talking about random stuff. If you want to know what's behind me, you just have a look how amazing that thing is. It's amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, but unless the rumors are true and then it's actually 3 GAT 4, then GAT. But the reason why I don't know if that's true is that you get acknowledgement that Johnny is dead and the universe is on its own.
Yeah,
3.
you get that same feel when in like.
So and you find him on the alien ship in 4, so it doesn't make any sense that GAT leads into 4. Because how do you get from hell to the alien vessel?
I know in 4, it explains why Johnny disappeared under the thing. Apparently, the alien came to him when he was just
the alien king abducted him while the plane was crashing.
Why? Many things was like, why specifically Johnny Gat?
Because he's more dangerous than anyone there except you. He didn't know about you yet. You didn't have your full reputation established. Remember, Johnny used to be a member of the original Saints before your character ever existed. You remember that way back in the day in Saints Row 1? A long time ago? He's the one that gets you out of prison.
Yeah, well, Darius' regretted challenges are not AMX. Well, I mean...
it put Ardbot. It auto-corrected. He got outmaneuvered by an M4A176. What do you think Ardnot AMX is going to do exactly? And I have
no
a railgun
offense to Darius,
75.
you're a nice lad, Darius, but if you're getting outmaneuvered, I'm pretty sure is that the Jumbo?
Did I change it?
It's the M4A1, unless I'm thinking of a different one. Ain't that the Jumbo? Or is that the E2?
No. That's the regular one. That's not a Jumbo. That's the M4A1
So
with
that's
the 76.
the regular Sherman's, got it.
That's a regular Sherman, but with the 76.
Actually, question: the AMX Sword 76, does it have a 17-pound cannon, or does it have the your own version of the cannon? Does it say like, I don't know?
What do you mean, like my AMX?
Summer cannon.
You mean my AMX?
No, not the AMX. The Sherman AM4. The M4A1.
No, it's just a 76. It's,
it's
an American 76.
Is the Jumbo 76? Okay, so it's the A3 that's the Jumbo.
Yeah, A3's Jumbo. Yeah.
Because I know the I don't know if we ever gave you our 17-pound cannons, unless you developed your own.
But yeah. But here's the funny thing about it. This is why I don't think he understands how dangerous the AMX is. It has a slightly smaller version of what the SA-50 has.
It really does.
Or I say slightly, it is a smaller version. I don't know why I said slightly. It is velocity very different. But it's still got a lot of velocity for something a lot smaller than the SA-50's version. Yeah. And it's still able to kill tigers with it. The SA-50's a guaranteed pin on a tiger with a 75. Because it's a long barrel smooth 75.
The SA-50 does a bit worse. I say within 10 millimeters of penetration. Worse than the 76, 17-pound
Yeah, but that's
cannon.
10 millimeters is nothing, and that's not technically true. Sometimes in numbers, because the way the bullet mechanics work in that game, sometimes
the numbers
don't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's more about the velocity versus the bullet versus what type of bullet it is.
Yeah.
As I'm starting to learn. As I learned by watching
Does it matter
do
what kind of
AG.
Does the type of cannon matter as well? Like if it's a pounded cannon?
But I don't know. It does, but I don't know the cannons enough. That's why I just look at the stats. Because I'm not expert on cannon names.
And you knew that thing was coming from. I was trying to turn, but that thing was going from building, avoiding his gun rotation. This is why you fight in open areas, and not in buildings.
Yeah, you definitely. If you want to kill, I shouldn't say this because this will give you a strategy against me. But if you want to beat a light tank, don't fight it anywhere that you can get ambushed. Fight it out in the open where you can keep track of where it is.
Treat it like a firefly, I'd say. Firefly's fantastic for cities.
A firefly can snipe you.
Yeah, it can as well. Well, really.
But I will say about the AMX, I cannot snipe you in the AMX.
not
I
reliable.
have to close the distance. The SA-50, that's different. I can snipe you in that.
The SA-50 is a Firefly that's just gone longer.
Well, it's a Firefly with a railgun long barrel 75. With 1,000 meter per second ammo speed.
Oh, by the way, did I not tell you? I have that now, and I can buy it
Aw, dang you.
if I really wanted to.
Like I said, once I'm done with World of Warships, I'm gonna get right back into War Thunder and work on that. I'll probably work on my French. I don't know. I have my Germans where I want them for now. So other than what I have to catch up.
No, I have the British where I want mine now. I kind of like what they're at now.
Well, you have more than I do. I still got to catch up some of my Germans.
Yeah, because I just started I finished my 6.7s. I'm starting on my 7.0s for the British. I'm leaving them as now. I work on my French a bit.
Yeah, if there's buildings, you're not gonna win in the Tiger against no Sherman.
It was
Not
a
if he
medium
knows
and the
what
map.
he's doing.
The map was a Sherman's wettishly too many speeds. Yeah, a Sherman just gonna dominate building battles. It's
So will an AMX.
well, that
AMX
is
will get one shot if it gets noticed first, but it's gonna easily sneak up on you with that many buildings.
Also, explain to me this, Art Not. How and I witnessed this with primarily. I think it was. I forget what tank it was, but it shot me through 3 to 2 buildings. You couldn't see me. Yeah, he shot and killed me.
Wait, say it again? What?
A tank was to my right. He didn't see me, nor he didn't see my smoke. He didn't. The point is, he didn't see me. Period. Yeah, he shot me through 3 to 2 buildings and killed me in 2 shots.
Was it an accident?
It didn't look like an accident. He knew exactly where he was aiming.
I don't know.
I looked at that and I thought, there's no way, because I didn't stick out from the building, so he couldn't see me.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, James. Perspective in that game, and this is what I've learned to abuse with the light tank, because you have to. Sometimes angling, just because you can't see them, don't mean they can't see you. I don't know how that works, because in realistic terms, that should be that way no matter what.
I was in my heavy ARL 44 or not.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, just because you can't see them, don't mean they don't have an angle on you. And angling and perspective in that game, I've seen it, where I'll be at a corner where they should not see me around that corner, but I'll get shot. Because they saw me already. It's the third person. This is why I do think that game should be forced in first person sometimes. Because third person ruins the... Which is, once again, we've talked about this, it's not trying to be a simulator, per se.
Yeah.
But third person does ruin the tactics of someone trying to be professional and looking through their first scan.
This is what Spooks has talked about. Lower graphics are not. He showed you how easy it was to get kills in the lower graphics.
It is, because all the other stuff is splotchy except the tanks, yeah.
I think so. I think what happened is he had an angle on me and I think his quality was lower than mine, when mine was probably medium. So to me, there was a building. To him, there wasn't. Because I noticed he could shoot my driver and my transmission. He couldn't shoot the rest, which means the building, on his perspective, had the ports cut off and like part of it off. But that's why he could only see the front half and not the back half. So I wonder if he saw that where his quality was lower.
Probably. I mean, like I said, people.
Which is annoying because. It's gonna be difficult to balance that. But it's just a little abusive system.
Hey, that's the wrong one.
Again, such as it was it would have been worse if he was in that slow rotating Panther D. Well, yeah, it would be. But
I mean,
I think that Sherman knew what he was
that's
doing.
crew based. The Panther D actually rotates pretty fast. Mine rotates pretty quick.
Now let's not get Darius any ideas. I'm already enough trouble with Farseer, so don't.
Now, I mean, hey, like,
kill yourself.
It's all about the tactics. But no, I mean, now it's not going to be no fast enough to catch no light tank on your side in time. But it will keep up with a medium if your crew is maxed out targeting. I think that's the right one. I don't want to say, yeah, not range finding, targeting. Because that teaches your gunner on how to rotate up and down and left and right at the same time. Instead of one at a time.
Yeah, Darcy heard it first. He said that, not me. Ow.
Darius was in a standoff with an E and in his H1. Both were at the corner and both didn't want to move.
You know, that's situations where you would try and disable the track.
Well, the best bet if you're fighting another tiger, poke one of your corners out that you know won't kill you in an instant. And let them try to hit that, and if they screw up, you can pull out and finish them.
Because you know why or not? I had the same thing. I was in my AMX-13 and the Sherman was doing exactly that. And I didn't shoot at him. It said I aimed, and when he poked his gun out, I shot at his gun.
I mean, yeah, but not everyone knows how to do that.
It's a case of who's going to be the one that makes the mistakes. If you're both at a corner, they'll try and poke you to try to get an aggressive shot. So that way they'll rush and just kill you. Your best bet is to wait till they either...
First he was like, don't give him any ideas.
Yeah, I mean, it's too late. He's already said it, so... By the way, that Farseer, here's the words, not mine.
I mean, hey, like I said,
I gave him the bad enough idea to go down the Panther line. You're making
I'm just trying to spread the love. I've learned a lot through all these games I've been playing lately. Now that I'm more in tune, I guess is the best word to put it.
I'll just let you know, Farseer know as well, because you might hear earlier that I'm kind of putting a couple of series on hold for now, Farseer. Just I'm going to clarify this as redo as well. That I'm not going to be doing Dark Souls nor Rebel Galaxy Outlaw for now. They're just too grinding. I need to step away a bit from my YouTube side, so do it part time and not full time. I just wanted to say that real quick because I know you weren't in here earlier. Yeah, the standoff ended when another H1 Leroy Jenkins the E and died, giving him the kill. Wow, that is one Edinburgh. That's interesting. But Ada, what are you doing?
I'm just watching this fight, listening.
Watching this fight, listening. Yeah. If we want to know about Arnold's got me back into World Combat, and Sonya's still the queen, but there's a new challenger. There's a new challenger appeared. And
it's weird. I'm having a hard time getting her to do what I want at all.
Actually, is there a way I can add like pictures, like screenshots and stuff?
Nah, not without going out of your
camera.
You have to go completely out of you have to completely go out of your camera to do that.
Alright, well actually yeah, I'll show you. Add screenshot from which one is it? Yeah, this is why Sonya's AI versus Arnold's Sting.
Although I feel like she did better on default. Sometimes she does worse right now. I found a sweet zone for a second, but that she almost always beat her. Yeah. But I can't figure out what it is.
Just to clarify what's happening here. My Sonya has always been the queen, especially with the AI in past streams.
Except
I found the perfect spot.
Spawn can kill her.
Yep. In the first round, yes. But I mean...
No, we've seen Spawn beat her, James. He's the only one who can actually legit beat her in this game.
Well, yes. But besides Spawn, no one cares about him. No one cares about him.
No one cares about Spawn.
Move on. Yeah, but we have Arnott with a character who's unknown versus my Sonya, almost beating her ass.
That was on default.
It was on default, which is also terrifying. I think I can remove that. I'll just put back my ugly face.
Yeah, the standoff ended when another H1 Leroy Jenkins died, giving him the kill.
Well, when in doubt, wait for the potato to Leroy Jenkins the enemy. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god, Sonya, that's the first time I've ever seen you do that counter.
What counter?
One I've never seen before. It was weird. That just goes to show you behavior changes everything, even the enemies, to a certain extent. She did a weird, counter where she took her knife, stabbed it in the boot of Melina and pulled her upwards and tripped her.
Oh, I know that one. I've
never seen her use it against anyone. I guess she never really had to.
Also, If it looks like I've got a red eye on dead side, that's just perspective of the lighting and my background. So don't worry, I'm fine.
Oh, alright, she's still lost. She's getting. I have a sweet zone, I just don't know what it needs.
I bet
She's
I'd find
always
it for
pushing
you.
her to the brink.
I bet if I ever look at that, I'd find it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take a picture of this one though, because this one's pretty good. Before I change anything, because this one's the most well-rounded one I've seen so far.
What's a reversal?
Max. But the top 3 numbers are different for her than it is for Sonya. Sonya only has 2 other numbers. Melina has 3.
Interesting. So I wonder if she benefits more from being more well-rounded then.
I mean, that would be default. If that were true, she would have beat her with default. But, I mean, she's always... You know that little sharp edge on the health bar?
Yeah.
At the end, where it almost puts him in fatal move mode?
Fail
She
blow.
keeps getting her to that constantly now. Like, she is now desperately beating Fujin at what he did. Like, Fujin did not do nowhere this much damage.
So what I'm gonna have to do is, I'm gonna have to try and figure out, is there a way to kill it? Because I might have to try and figure out, is there a way to kill the beast Sonya? Not including Spawn, shut up, no one cares about him, let's move on. Also, the worst thing for a tiger to encounter was a group of jumbos at 1 with a 76 will see the potatoes panic and reverse. The worst thing to encounter was a group of jumbos at 1 with a 76 will see the potatoes and panic and reverse. That's interesting. Well, yeah. Especially 1 with a 76. Because if the tiger can't pen them, they can't pen it. But a 76 will pen a tiger. That's the thing about British, they're like, tigers, we go kabam, it dead.
Kabam.
I mean, yeah, that's what it was known for, it was just
It's like
tiger killer.
kabam.
Just, kabam, it dead. Yeah, meow.
I have anything for
But Tiger H1's overrated.
Damn, that's harsh.
I mean, it is, really, if you think about it. Okay,
I
so
mean,
I'm going to
it
explain
is.
you this
The
way.
Panther's better.
I'm going to explain to you this way, or not. A heavier tank can be defeated by a less powerful tank. But you still choose the heavier tank.
No.
Exactly my point. The Tiger H1's a 5.3 battle rating. Firefly is a 4.7. Oh, let's not mention the Achilles, which is a 3.0. Oh, let's go down even, yeah, the Achilles and, oh, no, the Achilles is a 3.7. Let's go down even further to the Archer, who's also a 3.0, which also has a 17-pound cannon, which can also kill and pen a tiger. So you still think the Tiger's still that good? If you compare to, if a 5.3 is getting defeated by a 3.0, the Tiger does seem a bit overrated, especially at that low. It could be worse, because the Swedish get a Sable reserve. We're not going to go into that. So I found terrifying anyway. Not to fight one, but to find out myself. I'm like, this is where I've seen this. Which would screw the stronger tanks in the back, making them easy to target for bombers, yeah. A PEA, for example, wettest dream ever, just drop a 5k bomb, boom, dead. Genesis 36 is the 5.9, the 3.7 can kill a Panther D. The Sherman's, here's the complicated thing about War Thunder. When you mean Sherman 76, do you mean the Firefly? The American 76? Because this is the
Sherman 76 is 5 point. I'm pretty sure she means American when she says that, James.
5.0, yeah. Because I know the Firefly's 4.7.
I think the SA-50 is a
5.3.
5.3. I think yours is a 5.3.
No, my Firefly is a 4.7.
Oh, never mind. So
that's what I'm asking. Yeah, and a 3.7 can kill Panther D. Go anyone, I mean, I think I know what that is. Terrifying enough. 3.0, I think that might be, I don't know. we could kill Panther D, so... Well, when in doubt, just cheek it. Also, I hate stolen KBs art not.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one tank in there that feels a bit unrealistic, because I'm pretty sure they didn't make that many modifications to it to the point that it was that's that unkillable sometimes.
I think that was more of a prototype.
No, they just stole it and modified it a little bit, but what I'm saying, programming-wise in the game, it's way, way too reliable.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be that, but other than having a bigger gun, it should not be more reliable than the normal KV.
America 76 and the standard Sherman, he killed Panther D without proof. Oh, I'm not doubting this. I'm not doubting it. I can't kill it. I know damn well it can. It's just the... I know where to hit.
Yeah, no, they can, to be honest. But, to be honest, if you're angling properly in a Panther, a 75 ain't gonna cut it, though, usually.
No, usually that's your fault. Because I know
usually that's on me if that shit happens.
Because I know where to aim for a Panther D and all the Panther areas to cheek it at the front. And I don't mean cheek it as in the mantlet. There's where the Panther design is, you have the mantlet, then the gun, obviously. You have the gun, the mantlet, then there's a bit of armor, there's a little area, that's a little triangle to the right and left. I always aim for that right side. It instantly kills the gunner, meaning he can't fire. Or if someone decides, okay, you have dead bodies, worthless, bang.
Yeah. It depends on your ammo too, because like I said, we found out shooting
in
Panthers
that case, then,
in the cheek sometimes. If the ammo's not right, it's just gonna ricochet. So if you're gonna do that, you have to try to ricochet it downward.
You do.
So
when Arnold Panther D died to Darius Sherman, before you kill him in that thick church, the church, I remember that. When Arnold's Panther died...
Yeah, Darius side paneled me from what I remember.
And then Darius was probably a bit
I was like, oh crap.
Because
and then James just ruined everyone in the Churchill.
To Churchill 7, and this is just amazing. Because I know Darius shot at me, and I think, did he try to side panel me? I know someone tried to. I forget, I don't know. I saw Darius, I killed him immediately. Because did Darius sneak up with the Calliope? I know he was using Calliope in one battle, I can't remember. Because I think he side paneled with the... Didn't the Calliope have a 75? Because I forget which tank he was using. I know it was a Sherman, but I forget.
I think Calliope has a 75. I don't think it ever got a 76
it was the Calliope, because
update.
it was when we were being bad. I mean, he always used Calliope. So I showed him what it was like to use to shoot it with rockets in it, and I killed him. Yeah. Oh, that was it. Pride tried side paneling me. I couldn't pen me because my arm was too thick. It was like, and he kept screaming, "Why would you pen?" I'm like, yeah. He explained, yeah, the church was about to restart an 88. I'm like, I'm surprised no one really cheeked me, to be fair. Also, how the f can I 76 one-shot Churchill, but if I can't pen the beast? It's about velocity. Plus, an 85 can pen it, and I have seen an H1 kill me in one shot. Yeah,
it's possible. Like I said, any of it is possible.
Arno, you're killed there. You're just like, it's possible. It's possible.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Yeah. An 85 can pen it. It's just, but the one thing that Churchill has with the Tiger H1 has, it's kind of ironic. They both have the very same weakness. If you don't kill it by front paneling it, you cheek it.
Spammy little.
Spamming. Is Sonya spamming?
She is now. She's mad.
Oh. And plus, it all depends on
So maybe it's that.
What?
It might be that.
What?
I'm observing something.
Are you the master?
I don't know if I want to give her too much though, because she's just gonna stay back the whole time. I might have to pull something out of something and give her some more rush down so she stays in her face too. Because other than that, that was close as hell.
My GTA-485 shot the beast 4 times and this thing kills me.
Rude.
This thing killed me. Where were you aiming the Churchill 7 Farseer? Because you never aim at its body, especially when it's angled. The damn thing will ricochet.
I'll take another picture.
If you were... I said your best bet, Farseer, in that situation. And he has a gun aimed at you. I hate to say this, but cheek it. Because I have seen boys going through the tracks on the side of the turret, gone through the armor, the tracks, and kill me instantly.
Or blow the gun off.
Yeah.
That way, I know it's a cheesy tactic, and I hate to say that, but to be honest, it is a thing in War Thunder, and since it is a mechanic, a lot of people already are abusing it anyway. It's not common, but with the bigger tanks, sometimes it is your only hope with the ones you can't pin immediately. It's to blow up their gun and then sneak around them and destroy them.
I shot when I couldn't hit. Where it could hit mostly the sides and I missed my fish. I shot where it could mostly. It could hit mostly the. I could hit mostly. Now that's one thing is I shot where I could hit mostly the sides, missed my fifth shot. What? I think what you meant to say was you shot where you could mostly shoot the sides, but you missed your fifth shot. So, question for us: was it angled towards you, or was it like a flat surface? Because there's our structural steel on the Churchill 7 on the sides.
Yeah, that's why I say shoot the gun if you know you're not going to be able to kill it in one go at all.
Try cheeking it. If you don't, just cheeking don't work.
Even then, sometimes certain bullets don't go through that cheek, James. That's what I'm saying. Even tigers sometimes have a hard time pinning that cheek. So, I don't know. Alright, so I won that one, but not because of her. So that's a lot closer. Okay, I'm gonna take another picture. We're getting somewhere. I hope you know that time Sonya lost a round.
If she can get beaten by officially by 2, then that's a good sign.
But Sonya lost one round, but then she got pissed. That's why I was like, stop spamming. That's why she won that time. She won the other 2 rounds. She lost her very first, but you know how she normally wins the first one? She lost the first one this time.
Interesting.
But then she just started going, up punch combo, blast, blast, up punch combo, blast, blast.
She got pissed. You know why she does that? She gets mad. She's like, give me back my victory. Angle. See, here's the danger with that part. I said, never shoot a Churchill when it's angled.
Yeah, that's with any heavy, but in Churchill definitely.
Churchill's its specialty because that will just ricochet. I think we estimated at the time when we were talking about this last, we estimated that a 120 could ricochet off that damn thing. How strong it was.
Yeah, depending on the ammo, but yeah, like angling is ridiculous. It's like I'm learning with World of Warships, but it's more important in War Thunder. Angling is the king. Yeah. It doesn't matter what tank you're in, unless it's a light tank. That one doesn't seem to matter because they don't have enough armor even for angling.
Well, apparently, a light deflects a 183mm hedge.
That happens rarely. Like I said, I think that's a small percent chance for the game to stay fair that can happen. But chances are that's never going to happen usually most time.
Yeah, it would just make sense if you see 183mm go. I'd see an little arthur and go, hi, I'm a bullet the size of your tire. Boom. Yeah, and it was very frustrating. I think it was just about angling, and you had the perfect angle where you couldn't kill him, even though he could. So you went and cheated for 85. Don't think a 57 could pen at 34, especially.
What? No. 85 T34 85 is an 85 millimeter, James.
No, I'm asking. No. I know. No, I know. No, I think you misheard that. No, I'm about the Churchill penning the T34. The T30. Yeah, the T34.
If she's angled, she won't pin you either, depending on how far away you are.
Yeah,
because
I know the board
the
Churchill has. The longer the range, the worse the pen is.
Plus, unlike Germans, Russian cheeking is guaranteed.
Yeah.
If you get cheeked at all in a Russian, you are very dead. Until later on, when they started making their upside down flying saucer looking dome tops, until they started making those on the ISs and stuff, they were notorious for getting cheeked in T-34s, KV-1s.
Is that what the start of the IS line?
I don't remember which line the IS comes off, but I do know that that's why they changed their turret. They got tired of that shit. So they were like, now pin our turret. Now they have the most unpinnable turret on the planet. Now it's quite the opposite.
I know one thing could kill it.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's still spots you can hit it and still do it, but...
No, that's a guaranteed kill.
What?
Meet my hash of a 183.
I mean, yeah, we proved that it could do that, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah,
it's still got a lot of armor, James.
Remember, I think the British knew what the Russians were up to.
Also, remember, it'll kill an IS with that, but no, like, modern version of that tank. Because modern tanks have layered armor.
They do.
So you're just gonna hit it, it's gonna explode, a little bit of armor will blow off, and he'll look at you like, hi. And then just go, boo!
Exactly, that's why it's good for Cold War, horrible for modern. I think that's where the Conqueror comes in.
Well, up until Cold War gets to a certain point. Early Cold War, sure. As long as it's an IS. As soon as the IS switches over to its late Cold War, early modern version, it's very different at that point.
Also, James, how stealthy is a grey Tiger H1 in the shades? It's a tiger, it's a heavy, it's not
grey kind of stands out a little bit. It's not pure black or green or white, or white would be awful. But
I don't think it's supposed to be stealthy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a visibility of it.
Unless you're in the snow, white would be good. But other than that, gray is, I don't know. Gunmetal gray is the standard color for most things, anyways. If it's got enough foliage and cover around it, it might blend in. You might just see some gray splotches before you see the gun, and it'd be too late.
Also, you gotta keep in mind, it's the visibility of the tank as well. It is a H1 we are talking about, so it's not exactly the most smallest tanks. I mean, with the right pilot, I'd say it could be stealthy, but it's not a guarantee stealthy.
Yeah, especially in War Thunder.
War Thunder, because you have your visibility, which I think the Tiger H1's like 150 visibility upwards, somewhere like that. I know it's really high.
Well, it's not even just that. Remember, on realistic, James, well, unless it's AI trying to find you, on realistic, you always see the enemy as long as they're nakedly in front of you, meaning the model is always present, unlike in arcade. In arcade, because of the way it works, they had to change it a little bit different, even though I don't like arcade at all. Visibility couldn't talk. The visibility percentage is for arcade because that's how much percentage you're going to pop up when they have a visual on you in line of sight.
I bet one Russian tank designer turned it upside down and said, "Make turn out this." I bet someone got mad and just turned his ball upside down, and someone went, "Good design, you're promoted." And then and the guy that's front of us like, "Fuck! I want promotion!"
Right, I'd make turret out of bowl. We need to make bowl. Bowl gun to deflect bullets.
Pretty much, to be fair.
trying something really interesting. See if this works.
I don't know what we're going for actually. This is going to be a
Let me refresh and I'll tell you.
1 hour 39.
Not bad.
I'll just round up to 2 hours. That's the best one I could do. So I've got an extra 30 minutes to kill. So I just did what I needed to do, I repeated it again, so it's okay. I don't know, I've seen several tanks that are shared drive past a H1 pretending to be dead.
I mean, if he's pretending to be dead, I could understand that. Yeah, I was gonna say, if he's not shooting at all or moving, and he's in a very shaded area, that I could see that, because now the hatches don't always blow open again when you kill them anymore. They changed it again because that got too easy for people to be able to tell the difference. Because they want the corpses to blend in, so people can use them as cover. So I could definitely see that being a thing now.
Yeah, half a potato supply. Surely someone must have said, "Is that tank dead?" I've never seen that before.
Some people don't test shoot though. But how would you know unless you test fire? If he is not moving at all, I've had that situation where I legit think a dead tank is alive because it looks like it's undamaged.
I think that's what you.
Because the hatches didn't blow open.
Test you with machine guns.
Oh, what'd you say? Oh, well, yeah. That's what I'm saying, but most people don't do that. You shoot it with your machine guns, and then if it does say hit, you fire immediately.
Yeah, shit blow up.
Because he'll know where you're at now, too, and he'll know you know hey, where he's at.
Yeah, I think it comes to this case of, I think it's players now are more about potato be blind. It's like, they don't question anything, all they'll say is the tank visible? Yes, well I'm gonna kill it. Before it kills me. Not realising there's a more deeper thing to War Thunder. Washama did stop and take one good look before leaving. I mean, if he played it off well and got past the team, he must have taken common sense of like, well, if my team got past this without noticing this, it must be dead surely. What he should have done.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would have to be. I mean, unless he's literally that cool. Because here's the thing: he could be just trolling and doesn't care if his team wins or loses. So he doesn't, and he don't want to pay the repair costs for the Tiger. Maybe he realized the team was losing and just literally stopped moving, so he could play dead. Because unless they shoot him, they're not gonna know. I've legit seen dead tanks that have no real damage other than a small hole from like a shell going inside. That's all you'll really see. Because if it killed the crew, the tank is mostly intact.
I think he didn't shoot because he didn't have a 76, but the others were far ahead. Well, if it's on a flat surface of the Tiger, the 75 should pen that with ease. Especially if it stood still.
Too soon, Melina. You use that way too much.
I mean, I can see his concern, but I mean, if it's on a flat surface of a Tiger, a 75 pens that easily. Not its front plating, but it's side plating.
Oof.
Oof. Oof. Oof. Also, I really can't wait to get my SA50. I've really tried out.
Better the other way.
Because I'm researching my other one. No, that's it. I'm researching my other ARL 44, the Destroyer, not the Heavy. Because the French have two ARLs. You have the ARL 44 Heavy and the ARL 44 Destroyer, which is a 5.3. The Destroyer, or the ARL 44 Heavy, 3.7. But that Tiger was near their spawn. And they're blind. Legit.
Yeah, that's yeah.
If it's legit near the spawn, I think what it did was it was near the spawn, but not too close that it would show up on radar, but just far enough that it wouldn't be detected by it. So I think it just got that balance between not being captured on radar and just being a bit far out from it. That's good. Because then you can see what they're doing, but they can't see you. Plus, if anyone die, I'm pretty sure when you first spawn in, you take a look at your surroundings first, and then you spawn. See what's what, see what's dead, what's not. If you were to respawn and there's a mysterious object, presumed dead tiger tank, wouldn't you just not double check? Unless people think, oh, my teammate might have already checked and you saw it's dead and moved on. And seen some scary stuff drive by, yeah. They're all interested in one thing. Let's move up, gate position, and let's kill.
Also, if he is on their spawn, maybe he went with the, you know that old saying, the place they'll look the least, the place you expect the least is the place closest to you. Maybe he legit is using that kind of saying to his advantage, because they wouldn't dare believe a tiger would be that stupid to be that close to spawn, without any help. So maybe he realized, I made a goof. I'm just gonna sit here and hope they don't know I'm alive.
Yeah, unless he drew to the spawn and realized I can't show up on radar, so I might just well stay here.
Right? So just them driving past him and like, it's a dead corpse. Just sitting there like, he's probably like freaking out in his head like, please don't test fire. Please don't test fire. I know what he
did. He must have freak out where you can look around when you don't. Basically, when you look in water, you have to take the turret. But he had a thing where he signed a button where he could just turn his camera without turning the turret to make him look like dead. So he could just look and just be like, "Yep, not engaging, but kill you."
Yeah.
Plus, if he,
So,
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out something over here too. So that made it worse. So that ain't it.
What are you doing with the character?
Well, I have a whole bunch of things mixed up right now. I'm trying to figure out what's best. I'm gonna try this. Will she get too spammy if I do this? Let's find out.
Like an M26 drove by, a Jumbo 76, a T28, a T26E1 drove by, and an IS2 drove by. Wow.
Wow, yeah, you know he was shitting his pants. Because if he had fired at all, that's death.
Yeah, if he engaged that, he died.
He might have got one of them before they just went, what? Boom! All of them shoot at him.
Yeah, basically anything could have killed him. That's really terrifying, to be fair. Also, is it Calliope or Calliope?
I have no idea. I mean, I would imagine Calliope because it's American, but as far as pronunciation, but I don't know.
I actually want to see how strong is the tortoise. Especially now it's proper angled. I think he was in a squad acting as recon.
I mean, that's a good idea. I mean, as long as he don't get noticed, all he has to do is keep calling out grids on his side. They won't see that.
Keep calling out tanks.
On the enemy side.
Yeah, imagine they won that H1-1.
It's just the weirdest tank to send for a scout, though.
I mean, send.
It's like, why not send a light tank to play dead? Because it's going to be less important than a freaking tiger.
Especially that repair cost. You told me it costs what? Is it 17,000?
It's like no, it's not that high. That's close. That's Tiger too. It's like 10,000.
Yeah. Like typing in
Close
chat what he sees. Could be interesting. Could be interesting, but that is a really good strategy though. Also, Arna, you think you like the AMX 13? Wait till you get the Char 25 ton.
No, I know. I'm actually super excited. My most excited thing though is the SA-50.
I have that.
I want a Sherman that can literally snipe as if it was a tiger.
No, I have that, Ardot. Do you know how much it costs?
Because even the 76 has an issue with that because the velocity on the bullet is slower. Huh?
Light tanks would be too suspicious.
Spin's about the same though.
I mean, yeah. Hold on. No. That's a good point actually. You would send a tiger though. To a recon. But think about it. You wouldn't send a light tank out because the enemy will be expecting light tanks to your recons.
I guess, yeah, maybe they might have been more afraid of it in chat. In a weird logic, that kind of makes sense. If it had been a light tank, because I know how annoying light vehicles can be, I guarantee you one member of the team would have test shotted that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because a heavy wouldn't.
Heavies are noticeable.
Yeah.
There, you could see that thing move if he decides to do something stupid and get noticed, and maybe they played it that way. Maybe they saw it as well. If he kills one of us, we'll kill him. But if it had been a light tank, guarantee you somebody would have tried it.
Yeah. Like, would you expect?
I know I would have. I wouldn't even shot the machine guns. I don't care if I'd have wasted a round. I'd have shot it.
Like, would you expect a heavy tank to be a scout? No, you wouldn't actually. To be fair, most players
wouldn't. Yeah. You wouldn't expect
unless
that.
you're me and I send out any tank to scout anywhere. Period. That's my insane logic, and I've been told not.
Because they're probably just looking at it as he's an idiot, even if he is alive, and that he doesn't dare shoot, or they'll kill him.
Yeah, they'll just complain like, why would they send H1 out to scout? That's just a stupid idea, right? Yeah, but who's stupider? You going past and not killing him or shooting him, or him being going out there? In a weird way, you're the stupidest one not to shoot him and kill him, rather than he being there, because you're proving his point by being stupider.
Exactly.
Or, as Primes would say, that's not a word, so I'll use dumber.
In this case, that word, in this case, stupider is better because they're so bad that they need a word that doesn't exist.
I might send out my FV405 then for scouting then.
That'd be hilarious if you saw someone scouting in an FV405.
Just to see a spawn and then just see this massive tank there. They're like, is that alive or is that dead? I imagine they said that would be dead because it's the most easiest thing to notice.
And now she's not even.
Also, you can smuggle a tank in that tank.
Do a combo. There you go. You're not.
Plus, the H1 is kind of used against those heavy-duty American-Russian tanks on the field. Yeah, because the H1 is World War II, and if you're going down in the IS lines, you're going into early Cold War, I think. I may be wrong on that. Am I right or am I wrong or not?
I'm sorry, I'm observing the change in the behavior. What's going on?
No, I'm asking, is the IS lines kind of like the IS 1s, 2s? Are they like early Cold War, or are they still part of World War II?
Late War, post World War II, early Cold War, from what I remember. They're not in World War II, but they were made, I think, right after. I don't think any. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. There might have been some at the very end of the war. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm just trying to think now. It's actually that or wrong, but yeah, H1 would be useless at that, especially an IS2. Dear God, that thing. So yeah, use it as a scout.
Yeah.
And you know what would be funny? That I've seen this little big, massive, my FD405 as a scout, and then you just see this little R3 just dash out from it. They're like, what the fuck, where did it come from? It would kind of reverse psychology. Then you know, okay, that R3 was using it as a dead body, so it is dead. So you'd have two. One to be the distraction and one to be the scout, because the scout needs to. A distraction would work in a scout's favour, especially if it came from him, because they're like, they wouldn't expect it, but then the scout could also relay the information like, okay, this is distracting them, they go in this direction. Also, you should mention, he only got caught due to his teammates blowing its cover, and that's what you call stupid teammates. I bet he looked so well. I bet the entire enemy team looked at us thinking, we were stupid. He showed them up. I'm kind of glad he did, to be fair. But blowing your cover, teammates cover, that's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that.
Why you've done it? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't know who's most. No, I still think the enemy team would still be stupid, even if the teammates did blow his cover. The actual team would blow the H1's quote unquote scout cover. Because he just showed him like, hey, you know this was here all along, right? I'm the ass for making him just show him up. But who's the most stupid one out of us two? And who's the most most of it? So yeah, it's kind of a case of which you might prefer. Someone that just shows you up, or just someone proves that you're stupid. Yeah, it's a sad thing, to be fair. A light tank drove near him, and an American T-Type took a pot shot, hit the light, it hit something. That's what got it. The lights in a light vehicle, you don't panic when getting shot at.
You can't.
Because
you only get one hit.
Yeah, you're either dead or you survive the shot. If you survive the shot, you just don't panic and run near teammates. Run as far away, the opposite way you came from, if you can. More teammates means more backup, less likely gonna shoot you. But if you're still a one shot for a light anyways, so it doesn't matter. You're either dead or you just came out alive. But the problem with being alive is people know there's a tank in your rough area that they could be used as a scout.
Watching this in fast forward is hilarious.
Well, I just saw you. Yeah, I remember doing that. You just see, if I fast forward it, you just see Sonya just wreck people. It's kind of hilarious, to be fair. It's actually a good fight, to be fair. I remember how funny it is.
I was doing it on Cetrion and Shao Kahn. They were beating the level of the church. It looked hilarious. I'm like, Jesus.
I know, it's Mortal Kombat speedrunning.
Right?
It's a speedrun.
She won on the fast forward, though.
That's odd.
That's weird.
Shao Kahn's a more slower person. Cetrion's like, God, I'm all spraying with fire.
You're supposed to punish.
He still didn't move when the T-Typhoon was nearby. And why was it the light tank near him? I think he... Well, I mean, kudos to him for not moving. He was committed to not move, period.
Oh, that did not go well.
I think he didn't move because he thought, if I move, I'm dead anyways. And I think he took a shot and hit something. But I don't think it was a... You can either... That T-30 throw, I either thought... That must be a dead... Oh no, because it would have showed up at the top right. I think he must have accidentally bounced off him and hit something else, or he just didn't think about it. But when he was looking for... But kudos to him, man, for not moving. That's just commitment. Also, after he died, one share started shooting every tank nearby. The trouble with that is, he didn't die to a good player. He died to someone stupid, which is sad. Like most great players, they die to something stupid. Like Darius Calliope died to my Churchill 7. Also, Darius, I would ask Darius this question. You had rockets on your Calliope. Why the hell did you not shoot my Churchill with it?
Right.
I had the most beefiest thing. He had something that could have countered me. Period. He decided not to. If because no matter how good that Churchill 7's armor was on an angle, a rocket will go through it. It's kind of what it's designed
Remember the
to
other day
do.
we was talking about a flower having green blooms?
Mhm.
I have one.
Mm.
It's an herb.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Wow,
like,
you have grass. Wow, I'm
Yes.
impressed.
It flowers. It's green.
Oh, yeah.
So you have grass. Good for you.
Right now, one of them looks like it's got green blooms because all the petals fell off it.
Mm.
Like me dying to Warlocks, Panzer 4 and an IS-1. I think I counted that. No, I think I counted, what was I now? I can't remember. But I know I was versing an IS-2, and I think I was in my Firefly. I think I got updated pretty hard. To like 5.7 or something like that. I think it was an IS-2 or maybe an IS-1. Anyways, the point was I first something heavy, and I could not pen it. Pardon me. But I could shoot and kill his barrel. So that was what I was doing to survive for the last 10 minutes. The match, I was just kind of like, just shooting the barrel. Just not letting him get shot at me. I'm like... So I mean, that's why my pill here. Because my leg starts to ache, because the metals eventually will just start to get to my leg. You kept shooting my missiles, James. Exactly my point.
So he couldn't shoot them.
Well, what was...
If you're hitting them, he can't fire them. Because that means you're damaging them just like a barrel.
No, because here's the best thing about the rockets, though. If you shoot one, it was an ammo explosion, which means it would kill the tank.
Well, not always. Not necessarily. It's weird. War Thunder doesn't have that happen like it should. It may just blow off the missiles, and they just like the barrel, have to be repaired for him to shoot again.
Yeah.
That's what was happening more than likely.
Well, so Darius, next time, if you have a Calliope, how about instead of using it to keep Prime sneaky, just aim at me and just shoot them. But you better go hope I don't see you before you see me. He shot the back of my turret and killed me. I mean, that's what any tank means.
Like me dying to Warlock Panzer Born. Yeah, that can happen. The back of the turret, even for an IS, is not impenetrable.
No, it's
Plus,
very
if you
much...
use the right round, it's still gonna work. It's just less likely.
So, like, armor... Hold on. Armor piercing capped ballistic cap shell.
No. If it's capped, it's going to ricochet most likely. The chances is still there you can go through, but
so
that's going to be a very high ricochet
you'd use something
chance.
like a sable round, wouldn't you?
Sabo, not necessarily. That's why I say HE, Hesh, and things like that.
What about the
armor
armor piercing? The round I use, the French, the MX has it. I think it's the MX13 has it. It's the armor piercing capped ballistic cap
no,
shell.
it does not. That stuff bounces off flat surfaces. I've had it do that. Like I said, the ammo don't totally behave like it's supposed to, even for the ones that they want to have in the game. That AP round has a soft, round nose instead of a sharp nose. So it's supposed to be able to adapt to the angle better. But it doesn't do that. Even the preview for that bullet the AMX has is the same preview you see on an American HE round. So it's definitely not behaving like it should. I don't know. There are some things, like, I agree with Spookston on majority of it, but there are some things when it comes to the ammo, I'm like, this needs to be at least a little better than this. Because there's some unreliabilities that happen in that game sometimes. And I'm not saying you should do it all the time. But it's more reliable that some of the rounds that are made for doing stuff like that to not behave properly than it is for them to behave properly.
Hesh is a good example.
Yeah. Well, no, I've seen Hesh. I mean, maybe it's just the FV405.
Because I know that one's perfectly balanced.
I've seen the Hesh mainly work, but not many tanks have Hesh. So, when it comes to hitting angles,
my Calliope is tall. My Churchill's small. Use your height to kind of, Churchill, he's got a snub nose, horrible for sniping. Rockets go very far. Or range. If you go go top of a hill, find me in the city or out in the open somewhere.
Yeah, if you're above your target, Hesh is ungodly OP.
But I got very nice anti-tank insurance,
ground.
boss. Say, I bet you did, Darius. Now you're gonna be versing here. Just because you got a jet with an AMG doesn't mean you're good. Anti-ground missile. I think it's.
But I got one very nice anti-tank insurance left. Just because you got a jet with an AGM, an HEGM doesn't mean you're good. Yeah, you know. I mean, it is a plane versus a tank. That is kind of unfair.
Yeah.
Planes have, you know, the high ground, Anakin. Completely and utterly.
Is the AALB1 then?
Basically. Well, yeah.
Also, yeah. Oh, actually, if I have to talk to Prime about this, but I need to ask Prime how he added the meme section in this kind of thing, unless I find it out.
Come on, Melina, you can do it.
Imagine they
so
tied.
Close. You were so close. Something, but I have found something, and I gotta figure out if that's what it is. See, now there's too little rush down. It was a lot closer, though.
Interesting.
If I hit when you camouflaged in a group of AI T-34s, I'm good.
That was that was cheap, and you know it.
No, I mean, it is still a plane, Darius. No matter what, planes will always have an advantage over ground.
So, Darius, does that mean saying if I were to bomb
except
a group
AA.
So, Darius, here's a good perspective. If I'm in a P-8 and I bomb a bunch of tanks, does that mean I'm good?
Right.
No, it doesn't.
No.
That's just meant for
it
bombing
means
tanks.
you're good with the PE-8. But that's,
Obviously, the group. It's a 5K bomb, though. You
specific.
don't have to be good with it. It's a massive explosion.
You still have to aim. War Thunder piloting, James, you can't even leave the runway. Shh.
Exactly. I never fly planes.
That's the point. It's like,
No, I want to do an
planes
episode of War Thunder, and I
to
really want to do
good at.
this. I want to be able to do this to see how, just to prove how useless I am in the plane. I want me, you, and Prime to do an episode of planes generally. I will be part of it, and I will not know how to do a damn thing. We'll start episode not doing realistic. F that. I am not doing realistic.
Turn that up. Try that.
Yeah, I can't leave. If Arnold is right, I can't. No, Arnold, I know I can leave the runway. It's I don't leave the runway fast enough before I crash. No, because you did see me. You did see me take off in it, so I did leave the runway.
But like 2 seconds afterwards, immediately nosedived.
Well, I still left the runway technically. I just made a massive wreck on it.
But the thing about planes is they're harder to be good with in general. But yeah, they're hard to be good with in general. But once you get even remotely good with that plane, other than other planes, NAA, you are gonna dominate that battlefield.
Pretty much.
Like hardcore.
She was blending with with 12 AI T-34s, and especially managed to nail her specifically. Hey, that runway was too small for our bombers.
And I mean, that's why you have to spawn in at different times.
Oh,
I don't.
yeah, and I want to talk.
I do agree with that though. On the air battles, or when you're trying to spawn in and multiple people are spawning in their planes at the same time, that stuff can be real bad.
I just want to point this something else out as well. I thought. That I hate to say this, but World of Warships has actually got their carriers more better than like takeoff and landing wise, because I have seen videos where you can spawn on the carrier in World War Thunder, but the trouble is you don't have that boost of a real to get up in the air, so you have to take up manually. I've seen these in propel planes as well, but they take off.
That's not how carriers work. They have launchers, James.
That's what I'm on about.
That's what I'm saying. Like you would have that in War Thunder if you had to take off from a carrier on naval battles. You, as a plane, you would be.
Well, this is not naval battles.
It would launch you at its own speed, and leave. Launching you off the deck, and you would have to take control after that. That's the easiest way to do that. If they ever want to put planes inside of War Thunder, naval-wise, but it's too soon for that.
Well, it wasn't in naval battles. That was the weird thing. It wasn't fighting actual ships itself. It was actually for ground battles. I've seen this on.
On what?
War Thunder.
Where they took off from a carrier?
They took off a carrier without the launcher. They had to actually use their own power to actually take off. Which
I was gonna say that's super fake unless it's a huge carrier.
Nope. It wasn't even. It wasn't huge. It wasn't. I thought it would be at least sufficient.
I mean, some planes can do that.
Well, hold on. No, I might tell a lie there. It might be big enough to take off from, but where you start from on the carrier was too far forward to take off.
Too far forward, yeah.
So I might be wrong.
You would always be in the very far back.
It might be big enough. You have to test it. Hold on, my dad's caught me.
Yeah, so it might have been that it was too far forward. I never crashed my big German bomber. The fact that thing can launch is nothing more than a miracle. It really is. Some of the bombers are so much bigger than the runways. Especially the big bombers. What'd you say, James?
No, I had to put the fan on. I'm a bit too warm. It's getting too warm in my room. Yeah, so you'll see the paper flying about.
But yeah, I will say the bombers, realistically in that game, the big bombers should be forced to just spawn in. Meaning when they spawn in, your plane is already flying to the battlefield and you take control over it. Kind of like when you pick a plane in Battlefield.
Actually, they do that for the nuclear bomb planes.
For that plane, because that you can't have that in your tech tree. But they should do that with all the big high-yield bombers. Like all the ones that are bigger than the runways and can't launch from normal runways.
I never crashed my big German bomber. So. The fact that thing can launch is more than a miracle. And how my small Russian bomber can't take off, but that big thing could. How the fuck is that possible? Good question.
She's not rushing her enough. I'm watching. She's doing good, but it's only because I figured out one thing. Sonya's not good at fighting, but it's a weird fight to watch.
Will she not go fighting at much range?
She's not good at fighting someone who uses whiff punishes. So if they block any of her hits, she's gonna get punished for it.
I think is that why Spawn wins her then?
That's why Spawn wins, because I have zoning on him.
Oh.
Zoning's her weakness. I've just now figured it out. She's still pretty much an OP character, and can still very much beat her ass if she's not on her toes at all times and blocking every attack, which she does not do sometimes. Sonya will still just run her over. But she's able to win around now. So.
Darius, superior German engineering. Yeah, it was terrifying.
Problem is she's staying back too long. So she's not pushing in to block and counter. And I'm trying to figure out what I would need to do to get her to do that.
I'd have to have a look at it, because I think I might No, but I have to fiddle with it a bit.
Good hit, but that might be a waste this early. You didn't do enough damage
I
early
think
enough
it
in this
might
round,
be, there
Melina.
might be... I think there might...
Yeah, there it is. That combo is so long. So is that one though, but...
I'll have to be back 1 second.
Okay. We'll be here. Damn it, Melina. Superior German engineering. And how my smaller Russian bomber can't take off, but that big thing could. The engines on the Russian bombers are pretty slow. It takes a good minute for them to get up to speed. Just crank that stuff up to max when you're taking off, and always have your analog stick tilted as if you're trying to take off, even if you're not fast enough. Because the Russians take a good minute. You're barely going to get up, like, enough runway for most of the Russian bombers. So. God dang it. My character is not doing what I want. I gotta figure out how to get her to stop doing that. Characters. She's so close at being more reliable than Spawn. But I just don't know what I'm missing. It might be an ability at this point. I may have to take...
I am back. James,
Yo.
do you ever think albums will ever take off without crashing? Not if I'm piloting them. But I mean, you have to know how to fly a plane to actually learn how to fly, to properly fly a plane. And I went to my camera, fantastic.
Let's try this weird number real quick.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm going to wrap up this vlog. Anyways, it's been nice chatting with you, Farsi and Darius. Don't forget Darius. Just shoot me with rockets if you see me. Be like Anakin, and you hope I'm not like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Look, be the Anakin in War Thunder. Unless it's a sniper then.
Wait, but Anakin lost.
If Obi-Wan did stop him.
But Anakin got his legs cut off. He legit lost. Obi-Wan won.
I mean, he got reassembled though.
That don't count. He's useless in that form. He barely beat it. Oh, he didn't even technically beat Old Man Obi-Wan. He let him win. Because he's like, if I don't die, Luke will never become what he is. So he's like, you may have my life, Vader.
Also, why do people fly low to the ground when I'm in the big bombers? I think they do test runs where they'll go flying onto the ground and see where they land. Oh, because I see planes do that where they'll go low to the ground.
Yeah, it depends on the bomber. The good bombers don't do that. The good big bombers, if they know their bombs in their plane, they're gonna drop that shit from pretty high to where the AA can barely get them.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, missiles don't care.
Yeah, but we're not... James, this is way before missile AA.
Deal. I'm fighting an AMX, so I need more practice. Yeah. If you can kill an AMX pretty easy, without any resistance, then the AMX is rubbish. But if he kills you in one shot, you need more practice, because that's probably what Arno's going to do. If you don't see him, he's going to see you.
Yeah, because I've learned, the AMX has taught me a very valuable lesson in War Thunder that I didn't do enough. That everyone else does, and I know they do. That's how the people be knowing you're there before you're there. And when you're in third person, don't go around any corners until you turn your camera backwards. Now that sounds weird, doesn't it? If
I
you're
know
in third
why.
person and you turn around backwards with your camera, a full circle, you will see both sides of that road. And you will see if there's people on that road, on either side. Whether you're going to get ambushed or you're going to do the ambushing. So if I see you and you're looking that way, I'm not going to go around that corner. You're never going to know I'm on that road. Until you come up on the corner and it's too late and I hit you instead in the advantage.
Darn
It has
it.
taught me quite a lot of that. And now I do this now in my Panther and everything too.
Yeah.
So it's made me a lot more efficient.
Farseer, I'm gonna be fighting Warlock small German tank nightmare. Good luck, that thing can kill you in one shot. Okay. But anyways everyone, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you for Darius and Farseer for joining. Yeah, Farseer, you still need to add us a War Thunder if you wanna do that thing, but it's alright, no rush though. Because I still want to do that thing where it's just me, Prime and Ardor versus you, Farseer, Darius and Warlock. I hope we'll try my best and I will have hope. No, you'll just die. Good luck.
I will try my best and I will have hope. Hope of death.
No, are you Anakin? He hoped he'd kill him, but he died.
But
yeah, but I want to say a big shout out to Ardor for joining me in this chat. Thank you, man, as always.
yeah.
Yes, and yeah, thank you to everyone who's watched this and everyone who can catch this and who will see this in the future. Just remember, I'm going to be cutting off my time on YouTube for my single players and a bit of multiplayer, just so I could make this part-time rather than full-time, because I will have life stuff to deal with and stuff. Hope against a German light tank. Yes, the Swedish know how to counter them. They have saber rounds.
Such rounds gonna win.
Terrifying at reserve, ain't it?
Yeah.
But anyways, I thank you all for watching, and like I said, who one-shot by IS-2? Ha 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 ha! Farseer, I hate to say that, they've had the German light tank one-shot IS. Ooh, I bet. Get good. But yeah, but thank you everyone for watching, and thank you all, sis. Just Farseer, try not to die to Germans. Darius, get good in planes. Just kidding, love you all. Thank you all for watching, and shout out to all you big people. Just remember, part-time, not full-time. Bye! Hold on, I'll wait to the camera. Bye! Bye everyone for watching this. Bye.